GTA 6 new trailer. Folks, out of nowhere, Rockstar Games just dropped the second trailer for GTA 6. Guess they felt a little bad about delaying the game to 2026 after promising they wouldn't push it back. So, to soften the blow, they hit us with this new trailer. This time, we get a deep dive into the two main characters, Jason and Lucia. The story kicks off with them botching a heist and then having to lay low in Leonida, which is basically GTA's version of Florida. These two have to team up to survive a massive conspiracy and stay ahead of the law. The trailer really focuses on the chemistry between the characters, the crime-heavy plot, and the vibrant, sun-soaked vibe of the American South. And of course, we get all the classic GTA action, high-speed car chases, helicopters, explosions, even a mid-air brawl with a plane's cargo hatch wide open. Oh, and by the way, all the footage was captured on PlayStation 5 Pro. We also got some backstory on the protagonists. Jason dreams of an easy life, but things keep getting more complicated. He grew up around hustlers and crooks, tried to clean up his act by joining the military, and now he's stuck running jobs for local drug runners in Vice City. Meeting Lucia? That changed everything for him, but whether it's for better or worse, we'll have to wait and see. As for Lucia, life's never been simple for her. Her dad taught her how to fight as soon as she could walk, and she's been scrapping ever since. She ended up in prison trying to help her family and only got out by sheer luck. Her biggest dream? Living the high life she always imagined back in Liberty City. GTA 6's new release date is May 26, 2026, and Rockstar swears there won't be any more delays, this time, for real. It's coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series, and maybe even next-gen consoles if the rumors about a 2026 hardware refresh are true. PC players? You'll have to wait, Take-Two's already said the PC version is coming after consoles. Classic Rockstar move. Mindseye leaked gameplay. Hey everyone, new gameplay clips from Mindseye just surfaced online. This is the game from the former producer of GTA, and it looks like some blogger got early access to footage that wasn't meant for the public yet. So, in a way, we're getting an exclusive first look. The first clip shows an intense car chase through a neon-lit city at night. The main character, Jesp Dees, is speeding after a mysterious woman named Claudia. It's not entirely clear what his intentions are, but the whole scene looks stylish, lights, reflections, all that good stuff. The visuals are actually pretty solid. In another clip, Dees isn't chasing, he's fighting back. There's a full-on shootout in some underground facility, with assault rifles and combat drones in the mix. Mindseye is set to launch on June 10th, and it'll be available on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series. Let me know what you think. How's the gameplay looking? The graphics? Sound off in the comments. Microtransactions in Mafia, the old country. So, the official age rating board listing for Mafia, the old country mentions in-game purchases. That label usually means microtransactions, even in single-player games. The board uses that wording whenever a game lets you buy extra content with real money. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean we're getting aggressive microtransactions like in multiplayer games, but the possibility is there. It could be cosmetic items, XP boosters, in-game currency, or even extra missions and DLC. Lately, we've seen in-game stores become pretty common even in fully single-player titles. Assassin's Creed and Hogwarts Legacy come to mind. Right now, we don't know exactly what kind of purchases Mafia, the old country will have. Maybe it's just for future story expansions. Here's hoping that's the case. The game launches on August 8 for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. Jurassic Park, Survival. Universal just dropped exclusive details on Jurassic Park, Survival. This adventure game takes place just one day after the events of the 1993 movie and follows scientist Maya Joshi, who's stranded on Isla Nublar. Players will revisit iconic locations like the Visitor Center and the T-Rex Paddock, while also exploring new areas, remote facilities and living quarters that weren't seen in the film. The developers emphasize that the island has been recreated with its post-movie condition in mind, along with never-before-seen zones. The island itself is described as a core part of the story, just as important as the characters and dinosaurs. Survival won't be easy, players will face different types of terrain and must rely on wits, courage, and patience to outsmart predators. The game also teases new characters and dinosaurs as surprises. One key detail, Maya Joshi is no superhero. Players will need to plan carefully and think ahead to survive. The game is set to launch late 2025 on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and South Jurassic Park. Survival aims to hit fans right in the nostalgia while delivering a fresh survival horror experience. Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra. Skydance New Media has officially revealed Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra during the State of Unreal event. The title, previously leaked by insiders, has now been confirmed. The game is being built on Unreal Engine 5, and the studio showcased a real-time gameplay trailer, fully rendered in-engine. Developers also presented a tech demo, highlighting the game's graphics, animations, and facial capture, powered by MetaHuman and Lumen Tech. The project is led by a veteran game director, the writer and creative director behind the first 3 Uncharted games. The story is set in Paris during World War II and follows 4 heroes. Captain America. Gabriel Jones, a soldier from the Howling Commandos. Black Panther. Nanali, a Wakandan spy. They'll have to overcome their differences and unite against Hydra, the criminal organization pulling the strings. No platforms have been confirmed yet, but expect more details soon. Star Wars Eclipse. Star Wars Eclipse is an upcoming sci-fi action-adventure game set in the Star Wars universe, developed by the legendary creators of Detroit, Become Human and Heavy Rain, Quantic Dream. The story takes place 200 years before the Phantom Menace, during the High Republic era, a time of peace and expansion for the Republic. Players will take on the roles of multiple charismatic characters, each with their own unique backstory, abilities, and role in shaping events. Every decision you make will have major consequences, potentially disrupting the fragile balance of the Outer Rim. Insider Tom Henderson reported that Star Wars Eclipse is targeting a 2025 release, though no exact date has been confirmed yet. The game will launch on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS. Mistfall Hunter. Announced during the Xbox Partner Preview, Mistfall Hunter is a dark fantasy extraction game with Souls-like combat, inspired by Norse mythology. The world is set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland after a war of the gods unleashed dark forces, turning survivors into mutated horrors. A few brave warriors must fight these creatures, collect a rare resource, and repair the web of fate to restore balance. Key features: third-person action with PvP and AMP, PvE modes, fight monsters or other players. Solo or 3-player co-op gameplay. Multiple classes, each with unique weapons and abilities. Deep combat system with combos, active/passive skills, and progression. High-stakes extraction mechanics, death means losing all loot. Developed by Chinese studio Bames, Mistfall Hunter is set to release in 2025 for PC and Xbox Series XS, no PlayStation confirmation yet. The Defiant. While Black Myth, Wukong has been making waves, it's not the only major game coming out of China. A new project called The Defiant has caught the attention of Western gamers, with some even calling it a potential Call of Duty killer. From the footage shown, The Defiant channels the high-octane, cinematic campaign style of Call of Duty, Black Ops, with some fans even comparing it to classic Medal of Honor games. The response has been so strong that some are joking, maybe Western devs should start paying attention. What we know so far, set in 1940s China during wartime. Blends spy thriller storytelling, puzzle solving, and fast-paced FPS action. Still in early development, no release window yet. Given the early stage, details are scarce, but The Defiant is already shaping up to be a bold new contender in the military shooter genre. We'll be keeping an eye on this one. Digested. The authentic project is being developed by a studio called Cal. Recently, the developers released a full gameplay trailer for Digested, where the protagonist must survive in the wild. Following the best traditions of survival horror, the main character in Digested won't have any weapons, just a map and a compass. The developers are placing special emphasis on navigation and orientation. The primary goal is to find an evacuation point and escape. Cal claims that each playthrough of Digested will be unique, forcing players to come up with new survival strategies every time. The game is set to launch in the first quarter of 2025. War of the Worlds, Siberia. 1S Game Studios just dropped a 3-minute gameplay clip for War of the Worlds, Siberia. A new cutscene titled Restaurant has surfaced online, where the protagonist speaks to a mysterious character named Leonida, asking for help to escape the city. But suddenly, their conversation is interrupted by an attack from an unknown alien machine. For those who don't know, War of the Worlds, Siberia is a game by Russian developers at 1S Game Studios. The story is based on H.G. Wells' novel The War of the Worlds, but it's set in an alternate version of the Russian Empire. In 1896, humanity is forced to flee to Siberia after an alien invasion. The game promises to be a story-driven adventure with a heavy focus on narrative, and yes, a pretty lengthy one at that. The total runtime of all cutscenes is said to be around 2 hours. While no exact release date has been confirmed, it's currently expected in late 2025 or early 2026. Silent Hill F. During the Silent Hill transmission presentation on March 14, Konami finally revealed the trailer for Silent Hill F, the next major entry in the franchise. The game is set in 1960, in a Japanese town called Abasagaka. One day, the town is suddenly engulfed in fog, twisting it into a living nightmare. You play as Hinako Shimizu, an ordinary teenage girl whose life is turned upside down when the town begins to change. Now, she must explore the distorted streets, solve puzzles, fight monsters and ghosts, and ultimately make a devastating final choice. During the presentation, the producer of Silent Hill explained that the core theme of Silent Hill F is finding beauty in horror. The game is coming to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS. Forest Reigns. VG Entertainment has just announced their new project, Forest Reigns, a story-driven first-person shooter. The core development team includes veterans from GSC Game World, the studio behind the original STLKR game. VG Entertainment themselves previously worked on multiplayer titles like Servarium and Fear the Wolves. Forest Reigns drops players into a post-apocalyptic Paris, now overrun by wild forests and deadly mutated creatures. The game features a non-linear narrative with branching missions, where every decision impacts the story and leads to different endings. One of the key features is its interactive environment. You can explore this dangerous world solo or team up with other players, choosing to cooperate or even betray factions fighting for control. The devs promise realistic survival mechanics, deep weapon customization, and a striking visual style. Oh, and heads up, the Steam page already lists the minimum system requirements. You'll need at least an RTX 3060 to run it. As for the release date, no word yet. Painkiller. The king of demon-slaying shooters is back. 3D Realms has officially announced a new entry in the legendary Painkiller series, with development handled by Unknown Studios and Saber Interactive. Here's what we know so far about this revival of the classic FPS. Most importantly, the game stays true to the spirit of the original 2004 Painkiller. No cover systems, no unnecessary mechanics, just pure, unadulterated demon slaughter. You'll wield the series' iconic weapons, including the famous stake gun that impales enemies to walls. The big new focus this time: co-op gameplay. You can play through the entire campaign solo or team up with 2 friends. There will be 4 playable characters, each with unique abilities and playstyles. Mark your calendars, Painkiller is scheduled for release this fall on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. The Blood of Dawnwalker. Former CD Projekt Red developers at Re-Wolf Studio have unveiled their debut title, The Blood of Dawnwalker. This dark fantasy RPG promises to reinvent vampire mythology with deep lore and morally complex storytelling. Set in an alternate medieval Europe inspired by Roman and Balkan cultures, the game plunges players into a world ravaged by plague, war, and the eternal conflict between humans and vampires. The handcrafted open world recalls The Witcher 3, but with more dynamic day/night gameplay systems. Vampires here aren't simple monsters, they're nuanced characters with their own moral codes. Some even possess the power to cure the plague, but choose not to for personal reasons. You play as Count, a Dawnwalker, half-human, half-vampire hybrid. By day, you fight with traditional weapons like a Witcher. By night, you unlock powerful vampiric abilities. The story gives you just 30 days and nights to rescue your loved ones, forcing tough choices about embracing your dark nature or retaining humanity. Built in Unreal Engine 5 with a $70 million budget, this planned trilogy opener promises a pure single-player experience, no live service elements, NFTs, or microtransactions. While no exact release date is set, expect detailed gameplay this summer, with launch likely late this year or early 2026. Already, fans are calling this the proper Witcher game we've been waiting for. The Blood of Dawnwalker will release on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X/S. Doom, The Dark Ages. Bethesda just dropped the second trailer for Doom, The Dark Ages, showcasing both story moments and full gameplay footage. We see new antagonists threatening Earth, plus allies sending the Doom Slayer back into battle to protect humanity. The gameplay mixes classic gunplay with two major new additions, piloting massive combat mechs and riding a dragon as a mount. These elements allow for more varied combat and large-scale battles. Mark your calendars, Doom, The Dark Ages launches May 15th on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X/S, plus, it'll be available on Xbox Game Pass from day one. Subnautica 2. During the Xbox Partner Preview Showcase, we got our first look at Subnautica 2. This beloved survival series returns with a new underwater alien world to explore, complete with mysterious depths and ancient ruins. Players can expect new biomes and sea creatures, from small fish to massive leviathans. Deeper base-building mechanics. 4-player cooperative gameplay. A brand new game engine, likely Unreal Engine 5. While early access is planned for 2025, there's no final release date yet. The game will come to PC and Xbox Series X/S. Project The Perceiver. Chinese studios, previously known for mobile games, are making impressive moves into PC and console gaming, as we saw with Black Myth, Wukong. Now comes Project The Perceiver, an ambitious open-world RPG. Set during the collapse of an ancient dynasty, this Souls-like features fast-paced katana combat requiring precise timing. A large open world with cities and villages. Mysterious masks to collect as key items. You playing as Master Varietti facing numerous enemies. With its authentic Asian setting and challenging gameplay, this could be another breakthrough title. If Western studios don't step up their game, we might soon see Chinese titles dominating the market. Project The Perceiver is targeting early 2025 release on PC, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Pro, and Xbox Series consoles. We'll be keeping a close eye on this intriguing project. Terminator Survivors. Step into a post-apocalyptic world in Terminator Survivors, set 4 years after Judgment Day wiped out most of humanity. As one of the last survivors, you'll explore an open world ravaged by nuclear war. Scavenge resources to build humanity's last stronghold. Face constant threats from Skynet's machines and hostile factions. Uncover the truth about the Terminators and what really happened. Play solo or team up with up to 3 friends in co-op mode as you fight to rebuild society from the ashes. The machines won't make it easy, they're determined to finish what they started. Terminator Survivors is currently targeting an early 2025 release. Into the Fire. Former CD Projekt Red and Techland developers at their new studio Starwood Industries have revealed Into the Fire, previously known under the working title Dent Ring. This intense survival experience puts you in the boots of a firefighter battling more than just flames. The game unfolds across the fictional Dante archipelago, where a volcanic eruption has uncovered something far more sinister. Armed with tactical fire extinguishers, water grenades and other unconventional equipment, you'll battle raging natural disasters. Uncover dark occult rituals hidden beneath the catastrophe. Manage extremely limited resources, even your extinguisher's water supply is precious. Operate from a central preparation hub between timed missions. With its unique firefighting extraction, gameplay loop and supernatural mystery elements, Into the Fire is shaping up to be one of 2025's most original survival experiences. Tomb Raider next. Looks like a new Tomb Raider project might be in the works. A listing for something called Tomb Raider Next popped up on Metacritic, sparking rumors about the future of Lara Croft's adventures. After a long break, this could be the next big entry in the series. From what we know so far, Tomb Raider Next is likely being built in Unreal Engine 5. Details are still slim, but sources say it'll be a single-player experience, sticking to the franchise's roots, exploration, puzzles, and high-stakes action. Crystal Dynamics has been expanding its team, bringing in new talent to push the visuals and tech even further. And according to Christoph Hartmann, VP of Amazon Games, the release isn't too far off. The studio's promising a AAA-level experience, so expectations are high. We'll keep an eye out for more updates, definitely staying tuned for this one. Chrono Odyssey. South Korean studio Pixel just dropped a stunning new gameplay trailer for their upcoming MMO, Chrono Odyssey, running on Unreal Engine 5. We first heard about this game back in December 2020, but now we've got way more to go on, including confirmed platforms. This is shaping up to be a massive open-world MMO with seamless exploration, no loading screens, and dynamic combat. Plus, they're promising raids with up to 100 real players and a surprisingly deep story. Bold claims, but we'll see if they deliver. Chrono Odyssey is coming to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS. No release date yet, but rumors point to early 2025. And here's the best part, the devs say it won't be pay to win. Microtransactions are cosmetic only, so hopefully, they stick to that. Either way, this one's got my attention. Can't wait to hear more.